Hi y'all, I realized I have never taken you guys on a tour in our RV. Now we have lived in it for a little bit more than half a year. I think it's time to show you how this RV is and if we regretted our purchase and what's the pros and cons about this RV. We're starting from the beginning. Here, there is a big compartment. We have our camping stuff here, snorkeling and outdoorsy stuff in here basically. It's pretty big. It goes through to the other side, so you can open this compartment either side. I give you a dimension. It's this big. And here has the second storage compartment, which is also a path through. And we have some of our coolers. And so this is the outdoor hangout area stuff. And it's probably 1/2 of the size of the front one. And the third chamber is a TV, outdoor TV area. It's a little messy, but we have our bug sprays and stuff stored in here. It's just stuff that we need when we hang out outside. Okay, so right here we have our outdoor grill that we haven't used. And then this is outdoor fridge. So we haven't cooked outside that much. I think we might build a different outdoor kitchen area. This is not the type of outdoor kitchen we want. But yeah, Ryan charges some of his tools in this compartment. Neither of the last two compartments are passed through. They are pretty shallow. And here is one of the biggest reasons why we picked this model is because we wanted this garage where we store our bicycles and Ryan's motorcycle and some maintenance tools in here. You guys can see it's pretty decent sized. On top of here is actually our bed, which is what's unique about this model. You get a garage. At the same time, you don't lose any living space. And there are some storage area here, storage area over here as well. On this side, you have your typical black tank and gray tank hookup area. And I'm not gonna open those two up anymore, but it's very similar to the other side. We just store some of our black tank and gray tank hookup utility stuff in here. So this is our water control panel. And Ryan, he installed those hoses inside of it. This is where the propane tank goes. On the other side, it has the same thing. So we have 2 propane tanks in total. Underneath there is our generator. Now we're gonna go inside.
Where's my house?
Here's our living room area. It's pretty spacious. We downsized from a 2,000 square foot house and we didn't really feel like there's any downgrading. On my right hand side is our hangout area. This is our remade lounge area. This one pull out to be a king size bed. So when we have family and friends over, we can do that. Ryan built this from scratch. It used to be just a couch, like a traditional sleeper's couch. So if you would have bought this one from the factory, that's probably what's gonna come with. Over here, we swapped out the fireplace area to a toy bin. This suits our needs better. And this TV used to go up and down from this section. But now this section become our storage compartment and TV is permanently mounted here. We're gonna probably convert this whole section into a bedroom for onsen when he gets a little bit bigger. Left-hand side, this is where we work. This is our office area. I have a full video about how we made this area. I'll put a link up so you guys can check it out if you're interested on how we built this section. But so far, we're really happy with it. The only downside is the fact that we have to move the chair up and down when we do that. But it's not really a big deal. The reason we put our rug how it is right now is because so that we can roll our chair on the floor with no friction. And it kind of also separates the living room area and the work area. But if you have a slide that's flush with the living room space, that would be even better for this type of setup. But right now, we made it work. And now let's look at the middle section. As you can tell, there's a step up to the living room area. So you go down, then you get this dining room and kitchen area. And it feels much, much more spacious because the ceiling height difference. So here is one of my favorite thing about this RV is the fact it has a center island. And then we have this extension, which makes cooking more spacious than some of the other models we have looked at. And we also installed this dishwasher. Ryan installed it on his own. And the fact that we have the dishwasher now also added way more surface area for us. And here is the dishwasher. Let you guys see the capacity when it's loaded. Here's our traditional gas cooker and our microwave. Here's our pantry area. Pretty spacious again. Yeah, we really don't feel like we downsized anything from our house. We have everything we needed. And here we store our cleaning supplies, extra water jugs, our small washer, and some other like medicine cabinet, overflow toiletry things. Yeah, you just have a lot of storage area in this. And over here, there's even a bigger compartment to store things that you don't use it that much. Like if we wanted, we could move our paper towel over here, just easier to get to up there. We have our other cooking items, our cooking equipment in here. And we added this water dispenser. Just made drinking water so much easier because you never know what kind of water you're gonna get at the campground. Sometimes it can be great, but sometimes it can be not so great. And here's the perfect place where we store all our water bottles. We also have a, I wouldn't say full size, but a decent sized fridge. You guys can see it's a little bit shallower, but it's like double open door on both sides. And then there's a freezer. It's pretty decent size as well. Behind the kitchen island, there are decent storage as well. So that's our dishwasher that takes up that side of space. But then we also have this side that we can store some of the kitchen cleaning item. And then right here, we have our utensils and cooking wares. On this side is our dinette area. It was converted into a table with 2 rolly chairs by the previous owner, but then we kind of converted back into a traditional dinette because this works better for us because then we have 2 storage compartment, and then this can also be dropped down into a sleeper place. Those 2 cushions fits perfectly right in the middle right here. So if we have more family members, then they can also sleep here. On this one, we have our coffee maker, our kettle, it's our bar area. We also store some of our teas. Yeah, that kind of stuff in here. And we also have our dog bowl right down the bottom. And we store our dog food supplies right here. We don't even have everything full. Like, I can't imagine how much weight it's gonna be, first of all, but also there's a ton of storage and we don't really need that much. So up here we have our bedroom and bathroom place. Let me show you the bathroom first. So this is our bathroom area. It's a dry bath. We have the shower, a full shower, completely separate from our toilet. Our toilet is right here. Above the toilet, there's also a cabinet where you can store some towels and then some extra rolls of toilet paper. And in front of me, there is a sink area where do your routines right here. Those 2 cabinets will just store some bathroom stuff. The size is a little awkward because the shape is like it's to an angle, it's not a rectangle. Now look at the bedroom. So this is our bedroom area. This is the queen size bed. And underneath here, like I showed you guys before, is our garage area. So you can see it kind of the garage and bedroom share one place without really taking over each other's space. We have a whole set of cabinet right here. Ryan has a whole set cabinet right there. We also have a whole closet on the other side. Anson sleep here right now. And this bed is the same size as the traditional kids bed, so we had a mattress for him and it fits perfectly. He used to sleep with us, but then he keep climbing up here and says that's his bed. Then we just actually made his bed. It's a perfect transition for us because we want him to eventually stop sleeping with us. But right now he's not comfortable with that. So the fact that he can share one room with us without sleeping in our bed is a really good situation. I know this in this model you can also have a option where you can get a king bed, but you lose this walkway. Over here we have our closet area. So you can see the size is like this and that size is identical, and underneath each one of them there are two drawers. The other thing I really like about this model is the fact that it has a window in the bedroom. A lot of those campers, the bedroom area is just completely dark other than the side window. So this one, if you pull the curtain up, there is a window right here so that it doesn't feel as closed in as some of the other models. And over here, we also have a small TV that you can watch some TV in bed if you want. So now let's talk about pros and cons. The pros of this RV is it's very comfortable to live in, full-time, family of 3, plus 2 dogs. We have, like I showed you guys, every area is pretty spacious for our need, and it doesn't really feel a cramped space. Like there are days that's raining outside that we have to stay in the whole time, and it doesn't feel uncomfortable at all. And I like the kitchen island, very comfortable cooking space. The the living room area is really comfortable as well. When Ryan's working and I'm not, and I'm playing with Anson, we can use one section for us and he can get the other section. And you never feel like we're really interfering with each other. The other big thing is the fact that the garage does not take up our living space at all. And we also have a garage. We don't want our bike and dirt bikes and just always gets rained on and in the weather. So it also stores a lot of our tools, which we will need to do maintenance and repairs on the way. So overall, this RV is definitely a good size. If you are downsizing from a full house and want to feel comfortable in something, the ceiling height in the kitchen area is definitely another thing I really like about this. Also, we have a relatively big black water and gray water tank. If we go boondock or dry camp for like a week or two, you wouldn't really be a problem at all. And before we picked this model, I was voting against having a washer and dryer on site because I have watched some reviews. People complain about the washer and dryer is constantly running because they don't work that well. But in our situation, we have this small washer that I think I mentioned a couple times on our channel now. It's been a game changer. Like we don't feel laundry is a drawback from this lifestyle at all. In fact, when we were using some of the campsites washing and dryer, that felt more cumbersome than just using our little washer. It's pretty quiet and it's pretty efficient for the size of our family. And we don't need to always go find change coins and then go swap it out and then send it there and also go collect it. It's all just right here. Sometimes we will like start a wash before we leave for the day and then come back and just hang it up. Some of the cons about this RV though, I would say, obviously, because we want the comfort in this lifestyle, the size of this RV can be intimidating for some people to drive it. It definitely takes some practice to get used to the size. I personally still have not driven this RV. Ryan has gotten really good at it. I think it just comes with practice. The other con I would say is for people who want to have access to the garage from the inside. Obviously, in this type of scenario, you can't really do that. Some people would convert the garage into a different bedroom. If it does have access in this situation, you can't really do that. There's no AC, there's no window in the garage. So it just has to be a dedicated garage. In that case, it would just be a personal choice and lifestyle, not really this model's problem, I would say. But this model does have 5 slides out and a lot of compartments, so things does break just as the other travel trailers, they are not the greatest build quality. We'll just have to factor that in. And the reason we pick Grand Design is because they have a good reputation. So far, the experience of the quality has been okay. It's definitely not the top of the line, but also it's not to a point where we're like, we definitely would not buy this again because the quality is so bad. Yeah, and that's it for this tour. Let me know in the comments below if you have any question about this model. We check every single comments and we'll definitely answer them. And if this video is useful for you, please give us a thumbs up and subscribe for more travel videos.